Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We're going to do a replay analysis. This is going to be a 1670 MMR 2v2 game. We got ourselves trboblurr, and if you guys want to submit a replay, you guys are going to have to join the membership that I have available. I have two options, so you can pick either one that you want. So yeah, this is also going to be the first one of the membership replay analysis videos. So, alright, let's jump into it, see how it goes. He says that he feels like he can do better on offense. He says he played so-so, he played alright, but he wants extra tips on offense. So, okay, yeah, you're orange. I hate when it's backwards. I hate when on the top screen there, I hate the stupid little board is backwards. Okay, so this is just unlucky here. But in 1670, though, I mean, your teammates should be able to prevent this from happening. Good try, though, getting up there. It is what it is. Alright. Yeah, oftentimes, getting past, like, GC2 is often very tricky. A lot of it comes down to just speed and game sense. Okay. Ooh. I don't know what your team is doing. I think he was trying to do a pass back, but it's okay. Okay, good coverage here. Good bump here, good bump. Nice. Good job. Alright, that whole play was pretty good. Just be careful, though, when you release the ball like this. Because if you throw the ball away too hard, oftentimes you're just giving possession away. You're lucky that he didn't hit this ball, because it would have been pretty bad, because both of you guys are up. So if you actually got a touch on the ball, then to your side, you probably could have gotten scored on there. So just be careful. Be more mindful of how you throw the ball away like that. There are plenty of moments where you do like a heavy touch, and it's not good. In my I think it is in my newest gameplay video, or maybe the one I'm going to upload. Well, I guess when you see this video, it's yesterday I uploaded, but I got a heavy touch, ended up losing possession, ended up getting scored on there, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, it's a good bump here. Nice. Looks like you guys are going to score soon, so... I like how you're going for demos. It's actually really good, because a lot of times people are very good with their defense nowadays, so it's a good idea to do some demos. Nice. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that's an easy goal. Alright, sweet. Good use of demos. Your teammate's doing a little too much, but it's all good. Good try on the shot. Almost works out. Okay, so what happened here? You're not covering... You're not being realistic. And now here's the thing that GC people struggle with, is that a lot of times you're not thinking realistically enough of your challenges. And what I mean by that is you're not really aware of what's going on, right? So, right off the bat, you should be thinking that you should be covering backfield, right? Why? Because look, you actually do see on your screen here with turning off the ball cam, you see Sway back there, right? You see Sway going up, right? Believe it or not, you're going to have to cover something, right? You're going to have to cover back. Why? Because there's all of this field here is uncontested, and you have an opponent who's going for an extension, right? Your teammate is also going to be stuck in net. So realistically, if something goes wrong, right, who is covering all of this space, right? And who's going to cover the player going this way? So you have no boost too. You see how you have no boost. So just focus on getting back sooner. A lot of times, people don't realize things quick enough, and what would normally be an easy, like, defensive positioning or an easy block turns into something impossible because you're too slow on understanding what's really developing, right? You need to understand what's developing, right? So right now, it looks like the ball is going to possibly, it's going to go either onto the backboard or somewhere going on a net, without a doubt, right? Because the ball is floating, right? And you see that he's going out this way, Sway is going out to the left, right? If Death actually gets this ball out, and who's covering? So you got to understand that there's a lack of coverage here, and you got to get back pretty quickly. So let's see what happens. Well, we did kind of see what happened, but let's see it again. Okay, so it bounces off the wall, and you're too busy dilly-dallying under the ball, right? When you have no boost and you're under the ball like this, get out, right? Just keep flipping back, right? There's no point in being... It's no point in staying around here. Let's actually think of something different too. You're already winning, right? Don't overextend when you don't have to, right? And you see Sway going over there. You gotta cover it. So let's think of this live, right? I'll show you an example with the camera. Let's pretend my camera is you, right? Okay, so I land down here. Okay, the ball is going up, and I see that Sway is going out, so I'll get the boosts, right? I'll be over here. Cut him off. Hit the ball off the wall. Catch it. Go into the net at the end. You could have actually scored there. It's definitely possible because you're GC2, and I know you can do it. So you missed there's a potential scoring opportunity off of it. And this all comes down to this play here. Right? It all comes down to what you decide to do in this very moment here. Right? When the ball goes up, what do you decide to do? Well, you didn't see that this whole thing developing, right? Something could happen here. Your teammate is flying into the net. He's not getting this ball, right? The ball's going to bounce off the wall, and Death can actually recover this. So if you think of this sooner, you've been able to block the ball, catch it onto the wall, and possibly get a quick shot at the net. When you're in GC2+, or I'm saying for anybody in Grand Champ, if you want to get to GC3, or SSL, definitely SSL, you're going to have to start thinking about, okay, what's going to happen, right? You got to be a step ahead. You got to think as realistic as possible. What is the play doing right now, right? Like, what's going on? What can result of this play here? And you know what's funny? You do this subconsciously, or you do this because of habit, right? In this play here, what can happen, right? Well, your teammate's clearly going for the ball. So what do? You actually position it to the middle. Well, why are you doing this, right? You're doing this because it's a possibility that the ball can be passed out. Okay. You do it here, but why didn't you recognize it sooner when the ball was up in the, the wall, the backboard, and the play where you got scored on? Why didn't you think of that sooner, right? Why are you able to see this potential outcome, but you weren't able to see it there? Well, because the only difference is that you're not used to something of these type of plays happening all the time. This happens all the time. This whole play before doesn't happen a lot, right? So it's also harder to read, right? Because at first it doesn't look like anything's happening because people are all over the ground and the ball is all the way up there. But nah, you gotta remember that the ball can fall down pretty quickly and people can recover with their boost and slam it over to the guy extending. So same thing here, right? You're positioning here in the middle because there's a potential of it being passed to you. So now you got to keep that up, right? You got to have that. Let's say this is level 1 of predicting the future. Now you got to have a level 2 of predicting the future, and that's when the plays are a little less obvious. Now, if you turn those level 2s into level 1s, then you're gonna be a much better player. You're gonna start seeing more of the field. You're gonna have better vision, which means that you're gonna be positioned a lot better. You're gonna be in a better position sooner, which means you'll cover more options sooner, which means you're a bigger threat on defense. When you watch pro play, right? What's fundamentally different than everybody else? They're just faster than everybody else. Disregard their mechanics. They just think faster and they predict way better. And you know what proves that they think better and they're faster? Because they pre-jump like crazy. Right? I'm not that comfortable pre-jumping. I feel like I'm stupid sometimes, right? I can't pre-jump that many balls. Right? No way. But these guys are masters at prediction. That's what we're missing here in GC2. Or GC1. So let's start predicting a little better. Nice. You got some space. You're trying to use it. Good try in the shot. Now, what you can do is you can try to bait him to jump, right? Why not just, see, look, if you didn't jump, he would have jumped first. You would have been able to just take the ball, hit it to the right, dribble, hold it, and low 50 into the net using the side of your car, right? You could have gotten a low 50 on the last guy's sway. So let's watch this again, right? Right here, don't jump, right? He's not challenging you yet. You don't need to jump, right? You don't need to force a play to happen just yet. So, you don't jump, right? Now what you do is, let's get my little marker here. Let's give you some ideas for next time. So rather than doing the very obvious one-dimensional play, right? This is a one-dimensional play. These type of one-dimension plays, right? One-dimension plays, right? These aren't really that good. Why? Because, look, he's already ready for it. You see that he's going upwards. He jumped because he's jumping because it's the most common thing. He's seen this thousands of hours he's been playing this game, right? Everybody in GC, I would assume, has a couple thousand hours, right? Or at least 1,000. So, in his 1,000 hours of playing, and I'm sure with your 1,000 hours of playing, and his 1,000 hours of playing, and in my 1,000 hours of playing, what happens when the player has a ball that's kind of like bouncing a little bit? You pop it up in the air, right? Well, what happens if you wait until he does something first? You can actually move the ball to the left, dribble it, right? And if you see Sway, maybe by this point, Sway is going to be positioned somewhere over here in net by the time you're over here, right? By the time he's in the net, you outmaneuver Death Shadow, you go around. By the time he's in the net, 50 with the side of your car, right? The side. Why are you 50ing with the side of the car? Because it has more surface area than this, than the nose, right? Look. Look how much more surface area you have. That's like what? If you take the blue line and put it over, it's like that, right? 1, 2, it's like 2.5 times bigger, right, of surface area. It's crazy. You don't realize how much surface area you're missing. So if you use that, right, you 50, even if the ball is on the nose of your car, jump, turn your car to the left because you're on the left side of the field. So the right side of the car is facing the net. Jump, turn left, right side of the car where the doors are facing the ball and the player. Dodge into it. You might get a low 50 into the net. It just might be possible. And it's done numerous times. I do it on my own gameplay. So it's something that you're going to have to learn too, is having better control over your 50s. Try to consciously 50. So rather than doing this play that you did here, which is still a pretty good attempt, don't get me wrong, but let's start making our attacks a little bit more less one-dimensional. Right? They're too predictable, let's just say. They're way too predictable. If you feel like you're not doing well on offense, it's because your offense is either too predictable or you have no possession time. It's one of the two. Let's face it. Okay, why doesn't this work, right? I didn't say anything, right? I was looking, right? Where was I looking right now at this point? All right, let me show you what I see, right? I'm not really that much better than you in terms of rank-wise, but here's something that I noticed. Rather, you were inching up towards near post, right? You should not be looking at Death Shadow. And this may seem like a shock to those watching, but why? Why should you not look at the Death Shadow here? Why is this a bad idea? Well, here's the thing. I'll show you something called the true threat. The true threat in this play is not Death Shadow, right? It's absolutely not. Why? Because your teammate is still in the play. Your teammate can still react to this ball, whether it goes out or when it drops to the ground. He should, if he's a competent teammate, right? He should be able to 50 this when Death Shadow goes after this ball. The real threat is Sway. Why is he a threat? Because the ball, oftentimes, especially in the corner, it gets 50'd into middle, right? Now, you got to cover the worst case scenario. That is the worst case scenario. Have a little bit more trust in your teammate. Position a little bit far back, and face this way in the net, right? Now you're going to be watching Sway. Sway's going to come along here, and you'll be able to cover whatever comes this way, right? You got to lead up to the play. Kind of like how I love using this analogy. It's called the baseball analogy, right? If you notice when you watch professional baseball, you notice when the pitcher throws the ball, any runners who are on base automatically start moving. Why do they do this? Because they want to get as much as coverage as possible when they get to the next base, hopefully when their teammate who was at bat hits the ball, right? I'm not a genius at baseball, but I think that's why they're doing it, right? Or they can get a quick steal, right? Or a quick beat off of the defenders on the field, right? And that's the same thing, right? When you position here, you want to be ready to inch up, moving a little bit to be ready for the next play if it's a worst case scenario, right? You got to do this without being overcommitting, where if the ball still goes behind you, then you should still be able to reach it. But just at least be mentally ready to shoot out if the ball does go out. So watch. Let's watch this play happen. Right? You'd be able to get the ball much faster, right? If you were to stay over here, move a little bit, and then go out and get the ball. You're just going to have to trust your speed on this, right? Because you don't want to get too close to your teammate, right? Because you'll be indirectly overcommitting and double committing. Because look, you allow yourself to get beat by being too close, right? Because look, when you go, who is covering the net? Absolutely nobody. Your teammate is still right in front of you there. Who's covering? He's backwards and all awkward from the previous play. So just sit back, right? Sit back a little bit, wait, jump out and hopefully get it. And if you still fail it, at least you tried, right? That's all that matters. And you'll get better with it over time. Hopefully I'm starting to show some light onto some of these plays here. Because look, your mechanics, they seem pretty solid right off the bat. I mean, you catch this ball and you're able to catch up to it. Granted, that touch wasn't really the greatest, actually. Oh my goodness. How did you not get scored on? This was a good touch. But unfortunately, you weren't able to hit it to the right. You don't want to ever clear the ball to the middle because they're waiting in the middle. So I don't need to over-explain this because anybody can say that this is a bad hit. You got lucky there. So hopefully what I'm saying makes sense and how you can be a better teammate on offense and on defense too. Sometimes your defense is lacking more than you even realize. You could be faster here. I don't know. You definitely could have, with the boost you had, you could have definitely reacted faster. But I don't know why you're taking so long. See? Right? Look what you did here. You pushed left a little bit here. And you're actually able to cover the midfield, right? Why? Because Death Shadow is the true threat. Sway is not the true threat. If he were to try to score this, you can save this anyways, because you can quickly just go to the right? You're in a position to cover both outcomes. You can either turn right or left, right? You can either go this way, or you can go this way. It doesn't matter. See, this is perfect coverage. This is what you want to be doing all the time. Your previous play, you were only covering right in line where your teammate was, and you're overlapping coverage. You didn't cover the second option, which was what the ball hits the middle, and you did it here, but you didn't do it last time. You know what that means? You're inconsistent, and you got to minimize these inconsistencies. So let's continue. So this is a great play. This is what you want to be doing all the time, not 50% of the time, all the time. Good patience. I think that play could have been a little better. Honestly, you should definitely pass to your teammate at this point. Why? Why is it smart? Why is it smarter to pass to your teammate here? Because it's safer. Right? Rather than going up in the air with already... How much boost how much boost do you have? Like 50. Right? And look how heavy this touch is. Look at this. You're going to lose all of your boost to get to that ball. So it would have been way better to efficiently just hit the ball to your teammate. And why is this a good idea, right? Pro tip for threes. This applies to threes. So if you want to play some threes, please listen to this carefully. So this is what my brother and I are starting to work on. We're trying to use our existing positioning, right, to our advantage. Because pro players, if you notice, they make any type of play out of their asses. It doesn't matter what type of weird position they're in. They're just so good at making a play out of anything, right? It looks like your teammate might be a little bit overcommitted, right? On a defensive point of view, because you're like, oh man, I wish my teammate was over here somewhere helping me just in case if I get stuffed or whatever. Well, no, why don't you just pass it to him? He's already basically in front of Death Shadow, right? If you pass it to him, he can actually take this ball and still keep possession and do whatever else he wants. And, right, you can actually position over here, right? Sway has no boost and he's landing all awkward, right? So in a quick real-time thing, right, here's what happens. I'll show you how amazing this is, right? So let's say, for example, you pass, right? Let's pretend I'm you. Pass, right? Boom. I go over here. Teammate has the ball. Hopefully he gets the ball past Death Shadow somehow. Passes to middle. Boom. Easy shot, right? He's too far away to even get you. So you can get an easiest shot attempt into the net. It's definitely possible, right? Please use your teammates more. And it works out anyway. That's good. Nice. Your teammate did a really good job here with this 50. Yeah, good beat. Good job. And oftentimes, plays have to be faster. You have to execute good mechanics and game sense faster. So you got to do this at a faster, literal, physically faster play here. You can't be dilly-dallying too much anymore. This isn't Champ and Diamond where you can take all the time in the world to set up something. And this is just a bad 50. Okay, so a little tip that this might help you with your 50s. It doesn't work all the time, but I notice it's pretty consistent. If you want to have a better 50 where it's more neutral, 50 with the side of your car because you have more surface area, like how I showed before. You have more surface area and the ball will most definitely get killed in the middle, and your teammate should be able to hit the ball. So it's up to you. You can still use the nose of your car. You can still beat players with it off the kickoff with it, but you can try something else. You know, I'm just pointing it out. You don't always have to do the same kickoff every single time. Good try on the beat. Good shot from teammate. Looks like you guys lose, unfortunately. Looks like it's in overtime. But this is good. I always tell people this, but I'll keep saying it until the day I die. Please send me replays of you losing and getting destroyed, because it's so much. Not only is it easier for me to replay now, to analyze, but I think it's better for the growth of yourself, because if you take a game where you do really well in and you win, there's honestly a lot less for you to learn. There could be mistakes, right? But you ultimately played better because you won. So please don't feel embarrassed or humiliated sending terrible losses where you played like crap. Please, it'll help you in the long run. Okay, this isn't good. Why? Because you have no boost. You don't want to be extending with nothing. You should still be going back here, rotating around, getting small boost pads, and then you can go back out and hit this ball over their heads. So just be mindful of what you're doing, because you might have something called the twirling around in circles and doing nothing, right? This is another one of those Rocket League syndromes, especially the lower ranked players suffer from this the most. But a lot of times, it happens in high ranks too, but not often, but you don't want to be moving around in circles and doing literally nothing like this, right? This happens all the time, like in lower ranks, but this can happen to you, right? Why? Because, look, you go up, right? Okay, great. I can't even do anything because the ball went back, right? Now I gotta turn around, right? And then, like, oh, the ball does something else. Oh, now I gotta turn around. Oh, if something happens, oh, I gotta turn around. Like, you don't want to be like this. So, you gotta understand that you have no boost way early on here. Okay, you get beat to boost, right? Turn around, get small boost pads here first. Then stick around here. And you go after the ball here. Hit it to the left. You'd beat him for sure because he's boosting forward. You can go up the wall and do your thing. But you made it more awkward for yourself. Oh my. That was a little weird. Okay, so we're finally in overtime. It's like 2 minutes of overtime. Just under 2 minutes. Okay, what's going on here? Nobody's challenging, right? You're giving away too much space on offense, right? Too much space. Nobody's contesting. Somebody should be contesting this ball, right? What happened? Let's see why this play happened. For some reason, you turned around here, right? Yeah, he's going after the ball, but dude, this ball cannot be scored from that angle, and you have to know that. Right? Come on. There's no way he's going to score there. Right? And if you are paying attention to your teammate is going back anyways. So confidently push a little farther. It's okay. You're first man now. You got to do something to break up the play. Right? Okay, I can go over here. 58 with this guy. 58 to the left. So I can, right? Turn. Left side of car. 58 left. Go up the wall again. Or that doesn't happen, you can at least kill the ball so it doesn't move on your side. Good read, though. Okay, you got no boost, but at least you're able to make something out of it. Good patience and trust on your teammate there. They're trying to pinch. Okay, someone's got to go after this. Okay. The guy ends up hitting the ball away towards you anyway, so it works out. Oh, they're trying the bump. Again, you can try to pass to your teammate. Why? Because he's open. He's open and you don't commit as hard, right? If you pass to your teammate, it'll shift the opponent's attention away from you, and it'll go to Big Max, right? So you pass to him real quick. You can move over here. Death Shadow might try to turn in to get to your teammate, but your teammate can pass it right back to you to do a 1-2 pass, and you can go score it. It's definitely possible. Good try in the demo. Teammate leaves you in a bad spot. Okay. Teammate was there to pressure. Not the best control. Good use of the wave dashes, or the wall dashes. Watch the middle, too. Okay, good job. Good patience. You guys don't have good possession. Okay. Yep. I was thinking, you gotta be careful with this, because a lot of times, the ball is already near the wall, so your first instinct is to hit the ball up, because you want to go for these shots in the air. But the problem is, your muscle memory is screwing you over, and this is where you gotta tell yourself to turn off that muscle memory for a second. You see that he's already on the wall here. Why are you pushing the ball upwards, right? He's already there. And besides, not only is he there, but you're forcing a play to happen too early. Your teammate is overcommitted with no boost. right? You want to stall as much time as possible, and this is not stalling time. You just force the play to happen immediately, right? Now, if I were you, I would wait, right? I'd still wait back here. Okay, I'll turn around, shadow defend him, and then hit the ball to the right with the 50 so it goes to your teammate. Or, if it goes out really well, you can actually bait him, right? You cover this side first, so you force him to go to the corner, right? And then his shot path will be dead. You'll be able to collect it in the corner again. You can go, right? See, what you did wrong is so I suffer from this too. I'm going to be the first to say it. I do this more often than I should, but I'm at least aware of it. But it's the fact that you can't be doing this. You're forcing a play to happen when your teammate is too far away, right? Again, let's use our little marker here to really illustrate this. So the problem is, if you go way too soon, right, and your teammate is going literally into Narnia this way, going for probably big boost, right, which is a bad idea. He should just go get small pads because he can, but he won't because he's too stupid, right? You force a play to happen too early, because if you never went, right, and you stayed back here further and turned around to shadow defend, the play wouldn't have sped up in a way where you do that, where you pinch it, right? That would have not happened, right? So keep the ball where it's just chilling, right? You don't need to go after this, right? Just fake and turn around, and hopefully the ball will actually go on this side, right? And then you can continue to cover the ball on this side, and you can cover his shooting path, right? The real thing here is you're not trying to... The play... Like, what to do here is that you're trying to buy time for your teammate. That's what the main goal of this whole play here is, right? When you in a scenario like this, your teammate has no boost, you're most definitely beat to the ball, because look, he is that close to the ball, and you're this close to the ball, right? I know the ball is moving technically towards you, but he's so close, he's going to beat you anyways. So, just turn around and deal with it a little later, right? You got to have a little bit more patience on these type of plays. So just be mindful of what you're really supposed to be doing, and that's buying time for your teammate. And you don't want to force a play to happen so soon, right? Because this forces a play. Look, the ball was moving slow at first. Now you just made it speed up really quick, right? So this is why you ended up losing here. If you never did that and you could have kept the ball alive, who knows? You guys could have scored on the next opportunity you had possession. You know, we don't know. But at least you wouldn't have gotten scored on here. Alright, so that is it for the replay. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.